Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing out products from HippieCrafter.com. So this company actually reached out to me to send me some products for me to test out. They are not sponsoring me, they're not paying me. They just sent me items that I chose so that I can test them out. I'm very picky about who I choose items from, like to review or things like that. Hold on, we're gonna let the noise subside a little bit. It's actually really noisy because they're doing construction in our neighbor's house. I'm just gonna try to work around it because otherwise I'll be here forever. I'm very picky about who I choose to work with, and so this company, I looked into them before I said yes, and they are a small company. They're a family-owned company. They have their own website, but they also sell on Amazon. I decided to go with the vinyl sheets. I figured that would be perfect for me to review because it's a variety pack. So this will be perfect for someone that's just starting out with vinyl or just wants to have a variety of colors. This is the 50 pack. So you get 50 sheets, you get 25 matte colors and 25 glossy colors. I'm gonna have to put them by rainbow color just for me because I that's just how I am. And then it also makes it easier to see like what colors you have and what colors you need and things like that. But yeah, you're supposed to get 25 of the matte colors and then 25 of the glossy colors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna group this by color. So I'm gonna color coordinate everything just to make it easier on myself, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I have color coordinated all of them, and I did the glossy in the front and then the matte in the back. Now, this is not a big deal for most people. I just did it for myself just because it's easier that way to like look through and see what color I need and pick it out, things like that. As I was going through them, I realized that they are a little bit on the thinner side. So with the red, you can't really tell. But if I take the orange, for example, this is the back of the vinyl. This is the company's logo. They have it printed on the back. But if you turn it to the front, you can actually see the logo, like all of the little black circles through the vinyl. I mean, it's not really picking much up on camera. I'll try to see if I can get a better shot, but they are a bit on the thinner side. It's mostly on the lighter colors. Oh, see here, like this is a matte one, and you can see it on the matte as well. So you see all of the, like this is the back, and then you do see that it's a little bit on the thinner side, but nothing too crazy. I mean, we'll have to test it out and see how it is. That's the vinyl. And then I also picked the heat gun. And the reason why I picked the heat gun is because if you know anything about vinyl, then you know that hitting it with the heat gun after, you know, you finish your work, it helps with adhering to whatever your surface is. That heat is needed to kind of just make sure that everything is nice and permanent and nice and stuck on your surface. I thought their heat gun looked so cool. It's all black. Mine is like a purple color. I've had that heat gun, I don't know, I want to say at least 10 years. That one is just one temperature. This one is dual temperature. So this one's 100 degrees Fahrenheit and 200 degrees. You have the little switch here. Now it is time to test out the vinyl. I have so many colors to choose from. I don't know which one to go with. I definitely want to keep it within like the pinks, maybe black. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. So I think I'll do the matte black just because I want to test out both the matte and the glossy. So I'll have the matte black and then I'll do glossy pink. I'll do this glossy pink. Those two. This is the design that I'm cutting, and I'm just going to use my regular cut settings for vinyl, and that's 10 and 15, I believe. Yeah, so force 10, speed 5, and blade of 1. It finished cutting and it looks like it cut nicely, so let's find out. I weeded everything out and it weeds so nicely. I did mess up one of the XOXOs, but that was user error. I kind of messed up the X and I cut it in half. So I'm just going to use one of those and then all of these. The thinness that I was talking about before, if you guys have tried the Dollar Tree vinyl, now that is thin. This is nowhere near as thin as that Dollar Tree vinyl. But anyway, I'm going to try the matte black. I'm going to see if that weeds nicely as well. The vinyl weeds really nicely. I'm very happy with that because there are some vinyl that's very hard to weed, but this one came out no issues. It is time to test the vinyl, and I'm actually going to test it on a Starbucks cup because I feel like that's the #1 thing that everybody does nowadays. I have transfer tape. I should have asked for their transfer tape just, you know, to keep it all within the company, but I forgot. I didn't want to be too pushy with it tampoco. I'm gonna try black XOXO first, which is the matte. This is the matte finish. I also need to bring my cup stand from the office. Alright, I'm just adhering this on. Oh no, it doesn't stick. My batteries keep dying. I have 3 of them. I have to charge them, but really quickly, this didn't stick on. It didn't stick on. So what I'm gonna do is take their heat gun. I have it plugged in already. They have the 100 temperature, and then they have the 200. So I'm gonna do the 200. I'm gonna hit it to see if maybe that helps adhere it. Now when you're using a heat gun for this, never keep the heat gun there. Always have movement because you will burn your materials. And it's happened to me before. So that's all you have to do. If it's not sticking, just hit it with the heat gun. And voila. If it does it perfectly. So you know what? Let me try glass. I have these glass cups. And I'm going to try this one just to see if it's the material. There are a couple of tricks that you can try, and I'll go over them right now. But let me just see if this sticks on better without the heat gun. See, that sticks on there perfectly. No need for extra heat or anything like that. Sometimes it's just the material. This, for example. Let me try another one, because I want to see if maybe it's the transfer tape. And I'm gonna go over all this in a minute. In my head, it's like it's making sense, but it's probably not making sense for you guys. Okay, no, it's still not sticking. So sometimes what happens is that the transfer tape that you're using is too sticky. Let me just keep this on there because I need to go over something. Sometimes the transfer tape will be too sticky. So whatever material you have, whatever vinyl you have on your transfer tape, it will not attach to the material. That's an easy fix. All you have to do is get your transfer tape and then get like have like a little towel or something on the side, something that's clean, and you're just gonna press it on there a couple times, and that helps with it being too sticky. I do that a lot for my glass tile signs because those are a pain to make. And it doesn't matter what type of vinyl I use. I could use the cheapest one, the most expensive one, it will not stick. So that's one trick. If you feel that your transfer tape is too strong, make it less tacky by using a little piece of fabric that's clean. This wasn't the case with this vinyl. It just doesn't stick on this material. It doesn't stick like on the Starbucks cup unless you use the heat gun, because once I took their heat gun and I put it on there, it didn't give me any issues. On the glass thing, I didn't need anything. I didn't need to make it less tacky. I didn't need extra heat, nothing. It's on there and it's perfect. So it just depends on the material. The Starbucks cup material drives me crazy sometimes because it's not as smooth and nice as glass. At least we know it works. At least we know that the vinyl from Hippie Crafter does work. With the heat gun, if your vinyl isn't sticking and you use a heat gun to try to put it on, as soon as you can, go in with your squeegee or whatever tool that you use to adhere it. Just do it as soon as you put the heat gun down, so that way it can still be nice and warm. I'm gonna finish these cups. and then I'll show you how they look afterward, and I'll give you my full kind of overall opinion on everything. All right, I finished up the cup. I think it looks really pretty. As far as the vinyl is a really good deal, especially if you're starting out. It gives you all the colors you can think of, except like the gold and the specialty colors, but the main colors, primary and secondary colors, glossy and matte, you have all of that in there. However, if you do only Starbucks cups, I would just skip the vinyl, just because of the extra step that you have to do in order to adhere the vinyl on the cups. Even if you have a heat gun or you purchase their heat gun, to me, it's honestly not worth it to do an extra step. That's just my opinion. But if you are doing items like glassware or ceramic things or any other type of surface, then the vinyl is definitely a good deal because of all the colors that you get. As far as the heat gun, I absolutely love it. I don't know why I didn't think of purchasing a heat gun that has dual temperature, because it's easy to burn your material. I'm telling you, if you have just the one temperature, heat guns are really strong. They heat up really fast. I have warped my vinyl before. I've even burned Starbucks cups before, and that's just because I'm not paying attention. You have to be careful when you're working with your heat gun. I think having the dual temperature is really nice, and this is only, I believe, $19.99. But yeah, all in all, I love this, and I love the fact that it's all black. Black is my favorite color. That's just an added little bonus there. Like I mentioned before, they have their own website and they also have Amazon. I'm gonna mess around with it to see if it's cheaper on Amazon or cheaper on their website. I'm not sure how that goes, but I'll leave links below so that you guys can check it out if you're interested. I hope this video was useful to you guys. If you have any questions, like always, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.